before, I know the lies. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall, the sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no, but it tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back, no turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons come, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw me. Hate to text, hit me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we
The Shake and Bake Cup Series, after a week hold, is back on track. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shake and Bake Sim TV. I am your broadcaster and commentator, Dwayne Crespo, and we are here back at the Shake and Bake Cup Series, ready for round number 3, the Desert Lands 250 from Phoenix Raceway. An interesting track here for us today. 1 mile oval with the incredibly unique dog leg. It's going to be very exciting for these drivers to see after a week hiatus, after our first bye week, and after a chaotic turn of events at COTA. We'll see how the championship gets shaken up after the events here at Phoenix. Harold Wilson the number 83 Chevrolet for Bottom Split Bandits, coming out of his second race win in the Cup Series after a dominant performance at COTA 2 weeks ago. Trying to make it his third trip to victory lane here tonight, and this is a track that everyone's been putting the practice in, so it is very, very hard to tell to see who has the edge today, but we'll see how. Very, very excited. We have 4 drivers making their debut here tonight for RBA Racing. We got Dominic Luba in the 18 we got Matthew Hill in the number 90 and Noah Lane in the 33 Toyotas, and Bottom Split Bandits having a new addition as well. Adam Snyder in the 36 Chevrolet making his debut as well. RBA getting some armor there for them. Bottom Split Bandits getting a new addition. That trio looks very, very strong. And Team rebrands as well. Braden Barlow and the number 13 Ford gonna take over ownership of Common Motorsports, and it is gonna be rebranded to Outsider Motorsports as Harold Wilson goes for a spin there just before entering the dogleg. But yes, Common Motorsports, now Outsider Motorsports by new team owner Braden Barlow. He's gonna be joining on in the chat with the other Ford team, Jet Lucky Motorsports, here on the field. Christopher Barries in the 91 and Heath Williams in the number 1, trying to get his second win of the year after a grand victorious win for him in the Daytona 250. We'll see what he has in store for us today as practice is starting to come to an end here, as we are ready to go racing from the desert state. 156 laps around the 1 mile oval. Strategy gonna play a very big key factor here, and as always, anyone can win it. 2 fast repairs for them here as well. A little tweak to the rules, as the only short tracks that will be deemed basically short tracks and get the 3 fast repairs will be Bristol and Martinsville. Anything a mile or longer will get 2, with super speedways of course being 1, as we get ready to head into qualifying. Let's see how these drivers have gotten after the break. Maybe some of them are rusty, maybe some of them put in the practice and are ready to make this work. As here we go, Harold Wilson, first one out on track. How will qualifying go? Let's see. We have a 14 car field here tonight, and the championship leader will be the first one to start a lap time. Here we go, underway with Phoenix qualifying. Actually, multiple of them beat them to the punch. Adam Snyder, Gino Zito, Matthew Hill. Matthew Hill currently with the purple sector there, quickly took it away from Zito. And now it's Carter Brockmeyer. They're playing hot potato with who currently has the fastest lap going for them. Gino Zito puts up the first one. Matthew Hill going to provisionary pole in his debut here tonight. What does Harold Wilson have in store? To P2, it's Carter Brockmeyer currently on provisional pole. That brand new monster scheme on the number 20 Toyota. He has tons of help today with RBA. We'll see a tons of Toyotas here tonight. Currently on provisionary pole with a 27.30. Can he improve it, or does he stay as is? He cannot. Only 13 tenths short. Christopher Barries all the way to P2. What a lap time from him, a 27.33. Wilson gets dropped down to P3. Charlie Jones, Gino Zito, Stefan Wagner, Egremont, Adam Snyder, and Matthew Hill. As we're still awaiting for some drivers to finish their lap times. Noah Lane goes all the way up to P7, and Christopher Barries takes the pole away from Brockmeyer with a 27.23. Noah Lane still on his second lap. Does he have anything in response to that beautiful lap time by Christopher Barries in the 91? Lane in the 33 across the line for his second lap time, and all he can manage is fourth. Here's Dominic Luba, though. He has still not put a time in. What does he have in store for us? Heath Williams also now on the field for the first time. These are the only two that can take away that pole. Luba in the 18 and Barries' own teammate, Heath Williams, in the number 1. Luba all the way to the bottom of the leaderboard in 13th. Where does Williams land as he just comes out of pit road? Luba trying to put the pedal to the middle. Coming out of turn 4. Does he have anything to improve his lap time? Luba. Oh! Overtakes Braden Barlow for P12. And Heath Williams is the last driver remaining. This is his first timed lap. Where does it go from here? The only one that can take away the pole. Let's see what he has in store. This is his first lap. It's a green first sector. No purple being shown. Can he make it to at least a top 5? Heath Williams. Was that his outlap? I believe that was his outlap. He has to pressure it up, though. He only has 30 seconds left before that timer runs out. Out of turn 4, Heath is looking very promising so far. To P9, inside the top 10 goes Heath Williams. And that will be it for him as the timer runs out. And it is Christopher Barries on pole position for, I believe, the first time in the Cup Series. What a lap time that was for Christopher Barries as we're getting ready to go underway here.
Are we testing the pit speed, Dwayne?
As here we go, Christopher Barries, pole position. He has to be happy with that. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's for the first time in his Shake and Bake Cup Series career that he's going to put that time in. Hopefully, he can carry that pole momentum onto a trip to victory lane. As we get ready for the drivers to finish gridding up to go racing here from Phoenix Raceway. What a lap time it was for Barries. A 27.23 will boost them all the way to the top as we're just waiting for, I believe, one car to grid in, and that is Matthew Hill. Ready to get this rolling? Comment down below, who do you think has the trip to victory lane here tonight? We're going to find out in 156 laps time. As we are underway here, and we're ready to go racing. We'll see what he is feeling here today. Let's actually go quickly and see if we can get him on board here with us. Christopher Barries over here in the commentary booth. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Christopher, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first trip to pole position. How do you feel in starting this race here at Phoenix all the way at the front of the pack?
Sorry about that. Obviously, it feels pretty good. The car felt great during qualifying today. Obviously, that only means so much. We got 156 laps of racing here. So I'm just going to keep my head down, keep digging, and hopefully we can get a good result for the Jet Lucky Motorsports team.
Alrighty, thank you very much for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Still getting ready to go racing here.
Dwayne, is the choose like cut off? Where is that? Yeah, I know, but I'm like, where is it? Okay.
Here we go. This will be the final lap of pacing before we go green. What did these drivers have in store for us here tonight? It is going to be a doozy. Here's the starting grid really quickly before we kick it off. It is Christopher Barries on pole position. Carter Brockmeyer right next to him. That's Harold Wilson, Noah Lane, Charlie Jones, Gino Zito, Stefan Wagner, David Thornhill, Heath Williams, Michael Eggermont, Adam Snyder, Matthew Hill, and then it's Dominic Luba and Braden Barlow rounding off the grid as we're getting ready to go racing here. Christopher Barries and Carter Brockmeyer at the front row. We're going into the restart zone. And it's time to shake it and bake it from the desert in Arizona. It's green flag at Phoenix. Oh, and a big wreck in the back. Oh, we go spinning. Heath Williams over in the back. And we have our first caution already. Williams going for a spin into the outside wall. And we're just hoping that there's not already too much damage on that number one. When sliding completely up the track, we're going to take a look at it, see if it was that he lost it or was there contact between drivers there. But that is not one way to start it, and he will have to go into pit road. Matthew Hill Great dive on the pit road there, almost touching the commitment box, but he will be safe. But that is not what you want to start the race with. Here, let's take a look at the replay. This is as the green flag waves. Oh, just lost it all by himself. Oh, and Hale got a little bit of piece of it, but Keith Williams just unfortunately losing the car going into the dogleg. And unfortunately, Hale was there to collect a tiny piece of it. Not major damage on that number 90. But he will come into pit road regardless. Here we go, time to pick lanes. Choose rule is active, as everyone will start to pick their lanes, and here we go. Carter Brockmeyer, late decision there to go to the outside. It's going to be Thornhill on the inside. Dominic Luba goes up high. Barlow will also join up high. Matthew Hill will join up high. Heath Williams looks like he's going to go down below. There is our first choose of this race. And with a mile oval like Phoenix, you got to pay close attention to those tires, close attention to absolutely everything. Your tires, your fuel, your surroundings. We'll see how it goes here for our first restart. And this is going to be at discretion of the number 91 Ford machine. Here we go. Christopher Barries going into the restart zone. And we are racing once again at Phoenix. Green flag is out for our first restart. And everyone doing a great job there through the dog leg. And we have a much, much cleaner start this time by. Oh, and Michael Egermont goes spinning in the back. And there's a caution being waved. Egermont in the back spinning, hitting the inside wall. And that is just a rough, rough start for him as well. As Egermont will, of course, take a trip to pit road. And let's see what caused this incident. And look, there's big, big damage on that number 2 Chevy already. That front left taken apart. This is the replay on the restart. Was that netcode? It looked like there might be some netcode contact between Egermont and Williams. Let's take a closer look here. Was that netcode? Was there any contact at all? Let's see, there's Egermont in the number 2 JR Motorsports. Here comes Heath Williams. Is there any contact at all? I don't think there is. That could have been either netcode or just lost it there on the exit of turn 2. Here we go, second choose already. Where will our drivers go here? And Brockmeyer, I like that strategy. Waiting a little bit to see where Barry's goes, and then he'll choose from there. That is a great strategy from Brockmeyer. He's got to be careful to try not slow down too much to the point where he stalls the entire field, but I like that strategy. Decision based on who's on front. And almost everyone took track position here, it seems. The same two drivers at the front. Wilson and Lane behind him. Thornhill, and Wagner, Zito and Jones. Here we go. This is going to be our second restart of the race. Let's see if we get things going more and more smoothly this time. As Barry still leads this race. Remember, this is 156 laps. Still a long way to go. Green flag back at the Desert Lands 250. Wilson immediately goes to the dog leg. There's some contact there with Thornhill and the wall. And look at that big stub up there. Oh my! It's 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. And we make it through to lap number 10. Look at that gap between Christopher Barrios and the rest. Everyone trying to go through the dog leg. Gotta be careful. Wind coming up though. It's 3 wide there at the back as well. We're getting some exciting racing already. Everyone there feeling the groove. Wilson and Wagner side by side. There's Williams and Jones in the back. Heath Williams from 14th. Now back all the way to P8. Braden Barlow into the outside wall once again. You gotta be careful. Almost hooks the number 1 of Williams there. Like we said, this is a pretty short and almost narrow track. Gotta be paying a lot of attention to your surroundings here. Especially when you go and cut the dog leg there. Really close attention. Check your mirrors to make sure when you come back up to take turn 1 and 2, you don't collect anyone in the process. But some great racing action now coming together as we go single file. Harold Wilson and Michael Egmont now side by side. And we got some action here at the front as well. Cito and Thornhill, 2 Chevys battling it out there. Cito in front of Thornhill. He takes 4th. Will Thornhill try to fight it back here though? Noah Lane, out of the ones making his debut, he is the one currently at the top. P3 for him. Dominic Luba, Matthew Hill, and Adam Snyder at the back trying to make it work. Remember, this race is not over at all. Look at how many laps there is in this one. And remember, no stages means green flag pit stops are going to be very, very crucial if there's not a caution. Braden Barlow, now a stand-alone driver in his brand new rebranded team. Working with the other Fords of Jet Lucky Motorsports now. Barlow trying to give it his best, but do not underestimate him. That man can drive and put it in the high positions here. We'll see if he has what it takes at Phoenix. P8 for him, and there's a caution out. Oh, contact between teammates. Matthew Hill and Dominic Luba get into it. Adam Snyder looks like he got out of it just fine. Contact between Hill and Luba with the matching paint schemes. And that will bring out the third caution of the night. What exactly happened there? There was some good green flag racing for a while. And now that caution is going to go out, and this is going to be the caution where we'll see people take advantage. Brockmeyer into pit road. Zito, Wilson, Williams. Obviously, Hill will take a trip down pit road, and we'll see Luba closely follow behind. Oh, just loose it. Matthew Hill loses it coming out of the dogleg. Luba is right above him, nothing he could do. Just unfortunately there for the ride. Great evasion by Snyder and Wilson to get through. Oh, but that contact between teammates is always what you want to try and avoid the most, and it's just unfortunate. I don't know if Hill realized that he even had Dominic there on his high side. Third caution out as we're getting ready to roll it back here. As we will wait for everyone to get back in, and we're going to be choosing this time
Dwayne?
by. Bari still having control of this race. You gotta feel now that he is very happy with that pole position, given everything that's happened behind him so far. Already 3 cautions into this race, but behind him is Noah Lane in the 33 Toyota. He has shown some power. Can he get his first race win in his first race? We'll find out in about, what is it, 140 laps time. As it's time to choose, and here we go. Lane goes to the outside. Bari still holding that inside nice and firm. He has not let it go, has not chosen the outside in any of the choices so far. That pull into race win looking very, very prominent so far. Great showcasing by that 91. Great showcasing by that 33. We'll see if he can get him here at the restart. And look at that outside choosing compared to the inside. Here we go. Bari's once again at the discretion of the start. And we are green flag back at Phoenix. Going to lap 21. And look at all those dogleg users. Stefan Wagner, where did he come from? My goodness. And in second he goes, trying to fight it with Noah Lane. Out of nowhere goes the number 10. And here comes Thornhill trying to fight it back though. Plenty of racing surface to use here at Phoenix. On that front stretch on the dog leg until it squeezes on turn 1, 2, And 3 and 4. Very, very unique track. It's always a fun one to do. And Brockmeyer here is trying to move back into the top 3. Man, it's very hard to keep up with the action up front. We have action in the back too here, and in the midfield, Heath Williams making up some spots side to side with Barlow, Zito, and Jones side by side as well, going into turn 1 and 2. Action all around the racetrack. This is one of the best races that you want to see. Action all around, never disappointing. Oh, in contact! Into the wall, Thornhill and Brockmeyer. Oh, and we saw that from a faraway view there as we were spectating the battle in the midfield, and there's a ton of damage on that 20 and a ton of damage on that number 5. And they will not be able to get it back on the pit road. And that is major, major damage for both of them. And it's what we were talking about when going into that dogleg, trying to come back up. You have to be careful with your surroundings. Make sure that when you come back up from the dogleg, you don't collect anyone. And it will be the 2 Chevys. Or sorry, a Chevy and a Toyota. As Barrios is going to take a trip down pit road here. This caution is also going to shake up the standings. Oh, we'll see multiple people coming to pit lane here. We will have a battle down pit road. Here we go. This is, I believe, the most amount of people that we've had currently on pit road. We'll see what strategies do here as they come across the pit boxes. What do they have in store for us? Barry's in. Noah Lane in. Tons of drivers coming in here. Will we see a race off pit road? I believe Noah Lane is actually going to get first. The jump here on Barry's. Can he get it? It's going to be a close one, but Barry stays ahead. On the race off pit road, Gino Zito to the front of the pack. And we'll take a closer look here at that replay. But oh my goodness. That's a big, big impact. So here we go. I believe this will be a choose time. And as we give the choose to the drivers, here will go the replay of that big incident that just happened. Here's the replay. Thornhill and Brockmeyer going ahead. Oh, that's on Thornhill. Just went down. Did not see Brockmeyer there on the inside. Big, big, critical mistake by Thornhill. Collects Brockmeyer.
So are we just not picking a line? Well, what's going on? Hello, race control. Hello, hello.
Did everyone choose the inside?
They never got the message.
That's weird. I did send it. There we go. There we go. iRacing doing some oopsies. Of course, there cannot be a race where iRacing will not have an oopsie. But here we go. There we go. All right, here we go. Pace car is in for real this time. Gino Zito to the race lead for the first time here at Phoenix. And for the first time, he's going to be the one in control of the start this time. No Christopher Barry's.
Hey, Dwayne, I think it's
here
going
at
to
the
give me a
front.
black flag because it's saying to let Carter by, and he's still in the pits.
Here we go. Green flag.
Thank you, brother.
As everyone goes up to racing immediately. Good start. It looked like it was a great start for everyone. Barry's in third, trying to make up the spots already to the front. And here comes the move on Harold Wilson. This is going to be for second place. And he's got the move. He has a very fast Ford here tonight. Oh, contact between Egremont and Hale. Gotta be very careful there. Hale looking very slow on those turns. Gotta be very, very careful. Turn 1 and 2 is probably the one that's causing more issues for the drivers. But Christopher Barry's, look at that speed from the Ford. Already on the attack, and he puts the fastest lap of the race. It's a 26.89 for the 91. Look at the pace from Barry's here tonight. To the inside on turn 4. And Barry's to the race lead, overtaking Gino, but he's going to fight it back here going to the dog leg. We have ourselves a great fight here for the lead. And of course, can't forget about the back here as well. Still fighting. Barry's to the inside. And Gino will be way high this time to take the dog leg. The 91 back on the race lead. What a pace Barry's has. Oh, in trouble! Barlow is around. Collected by Egremont. It is going to be at the backstretch.
Free pass?
Braden Barlow was trouble with Michael Egremont here. Here's the replay. Very unusual what happened there. Just, oh, it wasn't with everyone else, with Noah Lane. Egremont just got a slightly piece of it when he started spinning, but it was Noah Lane that originally caused the collision. Oh, and Egremont, nothing really could do here. What a save, though. My goodness. Michael Egremont with a great save on that Chevy. Touched the outside wall a little bit, but that was still a great maneuver to
Black clear.
try and save it as much as he can here. More drivers going to pit road. Harold Wilson, Charlie Johnson, Dominic Luba coming out of pit road now. Carter Brockmeyer ahead of Devin Thornhill. He will be the one to receive the lucky dog. As Gino Zito is going to take a late trip into pit road here. But again, it is currently the man that everyone has to aim for that will go back onto the race lead, Christopher Barry's. And look who is going to be right beside him now. Heath Williams is going to be on the outside of his teammate. will they work together, or will we see a Jet Lucky fight for the race win? We have had fights between teammates for the race win and the race lead, but it's been rare the case. I'm very excited to see where this goes. But Jet Lucky Motorsports definitely looking like the team to beat here at Phoenix. And the closest one to even being a challenge to that 91 has been the 77. Will this restart change anything? For that matter, we'll see, as both of the Jet Lucky pair will go into the restart zone, and we're green flag. Back to racing here at Phoenix, and Williams immediately dives down to the dog leg. Oh, contact. Still keeping it going, though. Up for a spin goes Adam Snyder. Can he keep it going, though? We stay green. Race control determined that he kept it out of the wall. He still kept it running. We stay green here at Phoenix. But a very, very unfortunate spin for Snyder, making his debut here tonight. Oh, big hit by Lane on the outside wall, the exit of 2. And look at Matthew Hill there, just going up high. I was about to say it. Had that caution earlier, has picked himself back up into a P7 now. Let's see if he can keep that momentum going. And he almost trying to make it 3 wide there. Jones and Brockmeyer side by side coming out of 2. And still even more side by side now. It's a Jet Lucky 1-2 so far. More contact. Carter Brockmeyer looking to have plenty of speed here. But we still have a long way to go. Gino Zito trying to thread the needle on the outside of Davin Thornhill. Can he get it done? Yes, he will. Zito, who has been the closest one to fight with Barry's at the lead, trying to make his way all the way back. Dropped down some positions going into pit road, getting some fuel. I believe he also got a brand new set of tires, so we'll see that 77 get some good speed here and catch back up rather quickly, as here he goes with Carter Brockmeyer. Lap 43 here as we go through turn 1 and 2. Let's take... Oh, Gino Zito, contact! Oh, and Egremont is collected. Sliding back on the track. And it's Brockmeyer and Zito that make contact. I was about to say, we were about to go to a crank it up segment. Oh, and there's debris falling from the 77. That will be a meatball flag being shown. And Zito, who has been arguably the second fastest car here tonight so far.
Am I still the first? A lap or 2 laps down?
Zito trying his best to bring it up onto pit road. And
Can you put Gavin? It said it passed under yellow when he did it.
he will get it onto pit road. Oh my. That was a big hit there. Let's see what happened there. Here we go, coming out of turn 2. Oh, that just looks like a racing incident. As you can see there, Zito, there's the front locked, the front tires locking up, of course, trying to brake, trying to put the brakes, but can't fully stop the car from going up the track, and it's Michael Egermont receiving some of that impact there. It's been a tough day so far for the number 2. Has been receiving
Black clear, please.
multiple hits there. But we'll see how we go here. Great last-minute decision there by Charlie Jones. We'll actually look back and see, did he get that off in time? It looked very close. Did he make the move before the start-finish line? He did. See that car pointing up to the outside before the start-finish line was crossed. Great last decision move there by Jones to take track position. So will be Stefan Wagner for the first time this race to grab the lead and be in control of this start. Charlie Jones seeing the front of the pack for the first time as well. It's Noah Lane and Braden Barlow behind him. Barlow doing a great job at staying here with the front of the pack. Matthew Hill, Barry's in 6th. Keith Williams in 8th. I believe he did still have some fast press enabled, so hopefully Gino Zito can get back in it. He's going to restart at 11th, but here we go. Green flag. Back underway at
Black
Phoenix.
clear for passing again.
And look at those big moves. It's 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. Bold move by Egermont, but he's somehow going to make it stick. How is he still getting it together after all those incidents? Little shove there by Williams onto the back of Barlow. Different teams, but it's Ford Racing. Oh, there's some contact there. Nothing too major. Here goes Noah Lane for a spin. Can he save it? He saves it. Williams still trying to save it, but here goes the domino effect, and Egermont is collected. And Thornhill will also be collected here. It is a 3-car pileup. Noah Lane, what a save by the 33. Williams there could not save it. Goes back up. Egermont dominoes. Thornhill loses it as well. Basically a 4-car pileup there at the backstretch. And this is tough. This is very, very tough. These drivers still trying to make it work here. This is going to be the 7th caution of the night. Let's take a look at what happened here. Egermont had to be towed back, and I believe he will be out of this race. Barlow, contact with Lane. What a save by him. Oh, and Egermont just a domino with Thornhill, and Thornhill goes for a slide. Oh my, that's just very, very unfortunate. That little Matt, you can see her trying his best to stay out of it. Nothing he could really do there. Oh, that's a big hit with Agumon there.
Dwayne, lock in, nigga.
There's Carter Brockmeyer on the radio. My goodness. Stefan Wagner still in the lead of this race after that restart, but look who is behind him. Christopher Paris in that number 2 spot, lurking behind. Here we go. It is time to choose your lane. Wagner inside, Paris outside, Jones and Hill follow up high. Barlow goes down under. I believe Brockmeyer also joined him there as well. An interesting race it has been so far. Tons of cautions. The drivers trying to keep it together still. But let's see what they have in store for us. No wind today here at the desert. That's going to benefit the drivers quite a lot. But here we go. Let's take a little bit of a different approach here. Let's take this restart with the first Shake and Bake Crank It Up, presented by Logitech. Take it away.
Black flag for position.
On the backstretch, there's some engine blown up, and that's Heath Williams. Oh my. As we were in the Crank It Up section, Heath Williams trouble there on the backstretch. I heard an engine blow. Oh, that was Charlie Jones. Oh, man. Let's take a look here at the replay, see what exactly happened. That was a great Crank It Up section, wouldn't you agree? Cars flying by everywhere, and this is going to be a massive hit onto pit road. here's the replay of what happened in that Crank It Up section. Well, it looks like it was contact. Contact. Well, I can't tell if that was Parlow or Lane. And Charlie Jones, just a big hit. And that was the engine blown. It was Charlie Jones. Tried to save it. Oh my god, that's a big hit onto turn 3. Big hit by Jones. Yes, here we go. Choose rule underway. Look at those gain spots. Eighth caution up there, and it was a ruthless one. That will be the 3rd engine blown here tonight. First it was Brockmeyer and Thornhill, then Jones. That will set him back a couple laps. But remember, they do have those 2 fast repairs, and they are greatly gonna use them here. Here we go. Back to the green flag we go. Stefan Wagner leading them to the green flag for the 3rd time today. Green flag back at Phoenix. Oh, big shot into the wall. Brockmeyer. Williams has trouble. Still green. No caution yet. How did Williams keep it going? What a save by Heath Williams. How is he still running? That's big shot into the wall. Carter Brockmeyer just had a shunt into the outside wall. Lifted way up high. And he's going to have
Clear black flags, please.
a knock into that outside wall. Heath Williams trying to get back into it here. Christopher Barries still in 2nd, trying to hunt down Matthew Hill, who takes the lead of this race for the first time. Here we go. Here comes Barries. To the inside. Side by side with Hill. And he will take the lead once more on the duck leg. What a crossover move that was. That could have been very risky. Hill coming up the drag. He's going to be careful. Barries stays ahead. And he's doing what he's been doing best this entire race. Williams making some moves there. To the inside of Noah Lane. Still not able to get him. Trying to give a little bump and run. Rubbing is racing after all. And Williams is proving it here. What a night so far it has been for Jed Lucky Motorsports. As they're still trying to push the pedal to the middle. As we are about to go halfway through this race. I believe the halfway mark is number 76 or number 78. But Heath Williams is moving the chains Oh, and there's contact. He did not see Wilson there. Can he save it? What a save! Are you serious? Heath Williams still manages to keep it going. But he's going to have to make that ground all over again. Did not see him there. Critical error. He was moving the chains, though, looking for a top 3. And he just comes down to the 83. I'm guessing he did not see Wilson there. Driver and spotter miscommunication. And it has happened all race long with obviously other drivers as well. Williams. What a great save that was. That was, I believe, the second great save he's had this entire race. He's done great saves here. Thornhill be lapped down. Heath Williams trying to stop being a lap down. Jones unfortunately involved in that incident earlier. Michael Egermont out of this race, the only DNF so far here tonight. Very unfortunate for that number 2 car. But here comes the number 1 trying to make things back under it. Don't count him out just yet. We've seen what Jed Lucky has brought to the table here tonight. Barlow to the inside there, Gino Zito. This is a fight for 6th. It's great action once again all around. Zito and Wilson side by side. The teammates over at Bottom Split Bandits. Ooh. Man, we've seen so much contact on the dog leg with drivers either going low and hitting someone or going high and hitting someone. Now, there's been a ton of contact on the dog leg, and that's just driver and spotter miscommunication. You got to pay attention to your mirrors, especially on that turn. Man, it's just been very, very unfortunate for those that have not really been aware of a driver either being above or below them and just getting into contact there. That has been pretty lot of damage, and that could be a race ender if it continues happening. And that is one of the key things we said at the beginning of this race. Pay attention to the dog leg. Always check your mirrors at this racetrack. It can go from a very wide surface to very narrow surface pretty quickly here at Phoenix. Matthew Hill and Noah Lane end the top 3 in their debuts. Lane trying to look for an open spot to go past that number 90, and it looks like he's going to get it here. Coming out of turn 4. Above the down low, the dog leg, and Noah Lane bumped by Hill. Trying to go for the bump and run. Lane holds on. And on to second he goes. Lane making some moves there. See there now, everyone getting pretty evenly split up. Look at those gaps starting to form now. It's now gonna be a whole new test of endurance, and to try and match the pace of others as the gaps continue to increase over time. This is gonna come down to strategy. This is gonna come down to who has the best strategy and who has no pit stops marked down on the spot. What a race it has been for the 91 of Christopher Barrios. 52 laps led so far, and with the pole position. And still continuing to thread the needle here. And now you're gonna start to see, yeah, you can see there, all those gaps are starting to form. We're gonna have some single file racing here for a while. Here's the fight at the back. It's Heath Williams, past Luba, past Snyder, and past Brockmeyer to move all the way down to P8. What a fast Ford he has. Ford Racing is putting on a show here at Phoenix, not just for Jet Lucky Motorsports, but Braden Barlow also there in P6. That's going to be Williams' next target after Harold Wilson, the Chevy. Stefan Wagner looking for a spot in the top 3. Zito following behind. He will be. Got him at the dog leg. Now he's going to go through turn 1 and 2. Gino Zito trying to get a taste of that number 90 to go past here as well. Hale has been out of turn 4. And he's been going up and hitting that outside wall, trying to go for the crossover move there at the dog leg. Won't work. Gino Zito up into P4. And we're officially over halfway in this race. 8 cautions in this race so far. Actually, I believe it was 7 cautions so far in this race. Let's take a recap here as well to see. And it will be 8 cautions for 27 laps. Only 3 late changes in this race. Christopher Barrios, what a performance it has been. Still leading this race, still looking very, very dominant. As Barlow and Wilson catch up to Matthew Hill here. Alrighty, let's go into our second segment of this little bit of shake and bake, crank it up. As always, presented by Logitech. Take it away here as we go into lap 85 here at Phoenix from the Desert Lands 250. Take it away. So as things start to shake up here, going and nearing close to 50 laps to go, everyone taking a trip to pit lane, and this is where the green flag pit stops are gonna come into play. Barry's in. Heath Williams has some issues. He has been shown to meet both flag. Gino Zito has a penalty. Noah Lane also has a penalty. I believe this is gonna be with speeding on pit road. And they're gonna have some penalties that they're gonna have to be served, especially this is gonna crucial to Gino Zito, who is in third. Heath Williams is gonna beat them to it though. He has fixed the issues with his car. The meatball flag has been disabled. As there is trouble on the field as Braden Barlow. Wow. Braden Barlow shut up the track, and as everyone finishes their pit stops, the caution will fly out. On pit exit. Oh, and Barlow, even more damage now. Very, very dangerous that was, and this is gonna be very, very bad for those that went into pit road. As now most of them will be a lap down. Harold Wilson and Adam Snyder here are gonna take a trip down pit road though. They stayed out, and it's gonna be a free pit stop for them. Wow. A quick turn of events. Barlow, and I don't know who that was. I believe that was Noah Lane fighting out on pit exit. Contact. Barlow got shut up the track, and the caution was thrown due to, of course, being an incident on track. And it was thrown due to safety of drivers. And Barlow now hit the pit entrance, and that is a meatball flag being shown on him. He has some damage that he has to come in and repair. So here's the incident. Noah Lane and Barlow. Oh, he just loses it. Could that be a puncture? That looks like it could be a puncture. Almost didn't check his mirrors there. Almost hit Dominic Lube, I believe that was. But could that be a puncture? That looks like it could be a puncture on the 13. That is very, very.
Am I 2 laps or 1 lap? Race control. Am I 2 laps or 1 lap down and we didn't get the choose rule? No, I did not. I don't know if I'm 1 or 2.
Hey, Dwayne, there's like something really wrong with the, oh, whatever. No, you're good. Just let it rip. You're good.
So here we go. After some race control direction, we're going to get ready to go under green. So the caution cost everyone to go a lap down except Adam Snyder and Stefan Wagner. So everyone had to go and get their wave rounds behind the pace cars. So now everyone is back on the lead lap, and those that were on Lucky Dog got their Lucky Dog free pass. So here we go. Adam Snyder to the race lead for the first time, and we're green flag back at Phoenix.
Got one for passing.
Pedal to the middle once again. This has been a while since a restart. We're back to racing here with the green flag. Everyone bunched up here. Gonna be a great one to see. Heath Williams, look at him threading the needle already. Christopher Barry's already to the race lead. Williams in the dark lane looking for a top 3. Once again, those Jet Lucky Motorsport Fords putting in the gas. And a great job by Matthew Hill there in the number 90 Toyota for RBA Racing. Great effort for him. Has been in the runner-up position for a while now, and Heath Williams gonna get past him, waiting for the mistake of the number 90, and Williams gets past coming out of turn 4. It's back to a Jet Lucky 1-2 here at Phoenix. Thornhill past Snyder. He's going to go into 4th, but what a comeback it has been for Davin Thornhill after having that caution with Carter Brockmeyer that caused his engine to have to be repaired. He now finds himself all the way back into the top 5. Great effort for him. And the Season 2 champ, the Season 2 champion showing what he's got. Next time by, it will be 50 laps to go. What a tremendous race it has been. We've had a couple cautions, 8 or 9 cautions, I believe it has been. But they have caused great restarts and great bunched up racing action. Harold Wilson and Dominic Luba, they're side by side. Charlie Jones is going to come into pit road. He is still quite a lot laps down. So it will be a fight there at the back as Braden Barlow currently in position to be the lucky dog if a caution waves. Zito, what a great move it was from Zito there at the back. Past Stefan Wagner. That was the overtake for 8th. And now we're still back under racing. Lap 109 of 156. Less than 50 laps to go. That dog leg is something else. It has been a great thing. It has been a bad thing for those that have not been able to watch their surroundings. Still trying to thread the needle. Harold Wilson inside the top 5, looking to make it back-to-back wins. Christopher Barries looking for his first win of the year and of his time in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Heath Williams, his teammate, trying to make it his second win of the season after taking the Daytona 250 win. But regardless of who comes out on top and trip to victory lane, a Jed Lucky Motorsports 1 and 2 would definitely boost them up to the team championship lead. What a move that was by Davin Thornhill. Overtake on Matthew Hill. Thornhill is into the top 3. What a comeback from the number 5 Chevy. I want to see Wilson here try to do the same on the attack on Matthew Hill. Two battles here. Gino Zito and Dominic Luba fighting for 6th. Harold Wilson and Matthew Hill fighting for 4th. Wilson still there. They're going to go side by side. Coming out of 2. Little knack there from Hill, as you saw on the outside wall. And Harold Wilson is through. And we have a team switch. Heath Williams to the race lead as the Jed Lucky duo swap positions, and it's Williams who leads this race for, I believe, the first time, as Barries holds 2nd and Thornhill is gonna try his absolute best to push to both of them. See how this goes. An odd team switch, position switch there from Jed Lucky Motorsports. Whether it was just them racing or whether it was that they offered the position, could this be an instance of papaya rules being placed in NASCAR? This is going to be very interesting to see. Zito and Luba, just the slightest of touches on turn 1. This is still the fight for P6. Stefan Wagner going into pit lane. It's now the 2 of them will have a shot at Matthew Hill. Could this be a double overtake on the number 90? He's going to be very careful. They're under turns. Luba is going to try to take over on the inside of Zito, and he will. Not able to clear just yet, though. Still hanging on there on the backstretch. But on turn 3, the story changes. Dominic Luba back on to 6th. As we start to count down the laps, those in the live chat and those watching, comment down below. Who do you think will be the race winner here at Phoenix? Wilson and Thornhill, they're trying their absolute best to try and catch up to them. It's a 2-second gap between Thornhill and Barries, and it's also another 2-second gap between Barries and Williams. This is 36 laps to go. That gap between Thornhill and Barry is just slowly but surely extending. If there's Stefan Wagner, he's gonna make some lap traffic for Barry's here. Oh, Barry's is hard into the wall. Could that be the mistake that Thornhill and Wilson need to catch up to the 91, who's been the most dominant and most fastest car here tonight? Jet Lucky Motorsports, even though took the break from COTA, as they did not participate in COTA, they took the break from COTA in the bye week and absolutely installed rocket ships in those Ford Mustangs. But here is Thornhill. They have caught up to the impossible 91, and we're gonna have a fight for second now. Thornhill on the inside of Barry's. Does he have what it takes? Yes, he does. Thornhill up to second. A Cinderella story for what has been the number 5. Wilson still not able to get past the 91. Oh, and he scrapes the wall. That could be the mistake that the 83's been waiting for. Harold Wilson easily passed Christopher Barry's on the inside of the exit of turn 2. And slowly doing more and more mistakes, and it is costing him quite a lot. Ooh, still there. Close to contact on the dock leg. 30 laps to go here at Phoenix. Now it's a 4-second gap, almost 5-second gap between Thornhill and Williams. Will he be able to catch him? We'll see, but this is still a very entertaining fight for that last top 3 spot. Wilson ahead of Barry's, but he is, of course, going to continue to fight it. And as we reach 28 laps to go here, let's go into our final Crank It Up segment presented by Logitech. Take it away in the closing stages of the Desert Lance 250. at this. Heath Williams has come into pit lane while leading the race with 17 laps to go. Was this the move, or did he just not have the tires to go all the way to the finish? That could potentially be the decision between a win and a loss right there. And so it is Davin Thornhill to the lead of this race with 15 laps to go. This would be the biggest comeback in Shake and Bake history. Thornhill on the opening stages of this race was down 4 laps. 4 laps down, and he has brought this car all the way to the front. And there's a caution. Braden Barlow on the backstretch. Oh, he's gonna be very careful. That's a penalty. That could be a penalty right there, 100%. Barlow now able to watch out. That could be a penalty, 100% there. Oh my.
13.
I gotta let you buy that.
There's Braden Barlow. Oh, he did just lose it. He did just lose it. Coming out. And that's just an unsafe rejoining. That's unfortunate. That's a very unfortunate unsafe rejoining. That will be a penalty on the 13. And they take the trip down pit road. So penalty has been issued. This caution just changed absolutely everything.
And I don't have a fast repair.
Hey, this start's kind of messed up. Never mind.
Stefan Wagner. Got the lucky dog. And here we go as everyone is going to huddle up once more.
Yeah, make sure we do black clears race control after this. I'm going to get one for sure.
As we're getting ready to go back to the green flag here.
Hey, get ready to extend it, extend it, extend it.
Caution has been extended here. Definitely going to be a very wild ride. Oh boy.
You waved the cars around and we didn't even get it back to the line yet.
So a penalty has been issued on the 13. Wow.
Dominic Luva needs a black clear, please.
That will hold him out. Oh my. What a turn of events it has been with that caution. Christopher Barries out of this race. Braden Barlow out of this race. Davin Thornhill, big damage because of the unsafe rejoining of Barlow, and Barlow got the penalty for it. And Thornhill still on pits, trying to get that repaired. He sits in 9th. What a wild, wild turn of events that was. But here comes the choose. Harold Wilson to the inside. Heath Williams to the outside. Barlow, too much damage out of this race. Christopher Barries, who had the fastest car, arguably on the grid tonight, is out of this race. Maybe that's why he was slowing down a lot. Maybe there's damage on that 91 that we were not aware about. It is a horrifying nightmare and a race ender for Barries. But here we go.
Can you clear black flags, please? I got something for pay something, I don't know.
These last laps will
Come on,
determine
Harold.
this race.
Oh,
Here we
no.
go. Harold Wilson trying to make it back to back. To the restart zone we go. It's green flag at Phoenix with 7 laps to go.
Nice start.
Gino Zito up to 3rd. Williams 2nd. Wilson 1st. And looks like Thornhill is also out of this race. Another race ender. That was some contact. Just an unsafe rejoining by Barlow. Here we go. Battle for the lead here.
Black there.
Five laps to go. And an eventful race it has been here at the desert. A caution here would most likely send it to overtime. Oh, a little bit of rubbing. Shoves Wilson out of the way. Bumping and running. Williams switchback out of turn 4. And Heath Williams, what a move. To the race lead with 4 to go. Bumping and rubbing. Heath Williams back to the lead. Throws Wilson off. And we will have 3 laps to go. to determine this race. Oh, looked like Wilson went a little wide there as well. He's gonna try to use that dog leg to try and catch up to that number 1. These Jet Lucky Fords, they have been fast. Oh, and there's trouble in the back. What a save, Dominic Luba. My goodness. Dominic Luba saved it. We stay green. Harold Wilson could have wanted that caution. My goodness, what a save from Luba that was. But here we go. Final lap of the race. What an eventful race this has been. White flag, 1 to go, presented by 213 Simware. Does Wilson have anything in response to that number 1? Jet Lucky Motorsports. What a race it was for them tonight. Oh, here comes Wilson. Oh, tried to make the move, but won't make it work. Heath Williams, second win of the season. And what a turn of events it was. Wilson looked like he carried a ton of speed there. He could have made it work if he avoided the number 1. But oh my. Jet Lucky Motorsports. Fast cars and fast drivers here tonight. And it is Heath Williams who wins at the Desert Lands 250. And his second win of the season will come in the form of Phoenix.
Nice racing, Stefan.
Got the Daytona 250 win, skipped out on Coda, came back strong from the bye week, and we have seen what Jet Lucky was working on. Heath Williams, your race winner here at Phoenix Raceway. You may not like it, but bumping and rubbing, that is part of racing, and he's gonna bring that car to pit road in reverse. We're gonna take a closer look at that finish there at the checkered flag. And Wilson carried so much speed out of turn 4. It looked like he was going to rise up, but if he somehow kept it and avoided the number 1, I think he would have got him there. I think that would have been a photo finish to the checkered flag. And he's gonna park it right there in the number 1 spot. Here's the replay of the white flag. Trying his best to keep it. And what an absolute car he has had tonight. But here's Harold Wilson. Trying to do whatever he can to try and make that last lunge. And look how much speed he carried out of turn 4. If he somehow avoided the number 1, he would have had it. He would have gotten that last minute overtake to take the win away. But at the end of the day, it was Heath Williams who will stay ahead. We're going to take a look at the results here real quick and go straight to our post-race interview. Wow. What a race that was. As here is our results for tonight's Desert Lands 250. Heath Williams picks up his second win of the season here at Phoenix. Harold Wilson with a solid P2 performance. Gino Zito, what a performance for him in P3. Noah Lane making his debut. He finishes 4th. Matthew Hill 5th. Adam Snyder 6th. The debuts back to back to back. And Dominic Luva in 7th. All debuts right next to each other. Stefan Wagner in 8th. Charlie Jones 9th. Carter Brockmeyer 10th. Davin Thornhill. It will be a heartbreak for him. Near just a couple laps away from completing the biggest comeback in Shake and Bake history. And that caution with Braden Barlow did not finish this race after the penalty was given for an unsafe rejoining of the track surface. Christopher Barris had arguably the fastest car out there tonight, and he will not finish this race. 24 laps down. Michael Egmont, of course, the DNF in the middle stages of the race. And here is how this will affect the points. Let's load them up here really quickly. And this is how the points are stacked up after Phoenix. Harold Wilson hangs on to the championship lead. Heath Williams up back to 2nd. That's Carter Brockmeyer 3rd. Davin Thornhill in 4th. Then Braden Barlow, Charlie Jones, Michael Eggermont, Gino Zito up in 9th. Colby Luca 10th. That's Christopher Barris in 12th. And it's Wagner, Lane, Hill, Snyder, and Aluba in the championship standings. Let's take a look at these post-race interviews, because I'm sure these drivers have a lot to say after that chaotic event sequence there at Phoenix. Let's go up first here with our race winner, of course, Heath Williams. Let's bring him up here. And here we go. Let's start off these post-race interviews here from the Desert Lands 250. Heath, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Heath, Jet Lucky Motorsports was on an absolute mission here tonight. You missed out on Coda, but what a bunch of rocket ships here at Phoenix. Both Fords zooming through the pack, and you have earned yourself the second win of this season. What are your thoughts on your result here from Phoenix?
Yeah, first I just want to say thank you to the Jet Lucky Motorsports team giving us such a great car today. Thank you to Ford and DeWalt for providing us a great number 1 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Once again, shout out Dick Cheney. But yeah, we had a definitely a very up and down outing today. We had a lot of, in terms of both cars. We had a lot of ups and downs. I spun a few times. But yeah, I mean, we got it figured out. And I tried to keep it as clean as I could with people. There were a few instances where I was saving the car and people just kind of wasn't able to avoid me. But that is what it is. I just want to say that I am so heartbroken for the number 91 Jet Lucky Motorsports team, Christopher Borys. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what happened. We had a tire puncture. We don't know if the tires didn't change or what, but we were up there leading, and it was just really great. But to come back with a win, after missing Coda, is just a great feeling, and I think to see those are the championship standings right there. Keeping it in second, close behind Blind Harold. I think rest of the season is going to be very competitive.
And after you spun a couple times, you were involved in some incidents, and you still managed to come back time and time again from P8 to P6 to P4 all the way to P1. How were you able to manage that Ford all the way through those positions after spin after spin?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely utilized the fast repairs where we could. And on those new tires, we were just so quick. We were able to charge through the field, but unfortunately, when you charge through like that, you come up on people out of nowhere. So a lot of people get startled or aren't ready for you, and that leads to some blocks. I want to say sorry to whoever, I don't remember who it was, but I came across their nose. I haven't watched the replay, but I believe that was my fault. That was where I spun all the way down the after turn 1 or before turn 1, and I saved it. But yeah, we had an incredibly great great team today, great car. And yeah, once again, I'm just so heartbroken for Christopher Borey. You know, I wish he was doing so good. I mean, faster than me, that's for sure. But yeah.
What a race it was for you tonight, and with arguably the second fastest car here at Phoenix. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
Yeah, shout out Dick Cheney once again. Shout out, Department of War. All the stuff that keeps us going and whatnot. But yeah, also just want to say shout out, Christopher Borys, and shout out to Braden Barlow for keeping us company too. But yeah, thank you once again to DeWalt for bringing us an amazing #1 Ford Mustang Dark Horse, and yeah, we can't wait to head to the next one.
Alrighty, thank you for your time here. Heath Williams, your Desert Lands 250 winner here at Phoenix. Good luck on to Las Vegas next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's get up here. Your P2 finisher here from Phoenix, Harold Wilson up here. Let's bring him on down. Harold, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you, man.
Harold, what a great race it was for you. Almost captured yourself your first oval win, trying to make it back-to-back. How happy are you with the result here at Phoenix after a long-awaited battle and a chaotic battle at that?
Yeah, I wish I would have rode the wall a little bit higher in that last corner. I wasn't expecting him to slow down that much. He was the one that ran me off earlier in the race, but no hard feelings. I managed to keep it on track and everything. It was a good overall performance. I was hoping for the long run, but did not get that at the end.
And that was actually going to be my next question there. Coming out of turn 4, do you think you could have done something a little bit more different to try and get that lunge in there and take the win at the last possible moment?
Yeah, I didn't want to wreck him, but I think if I would have ran higher, I may have gotten him.
And that was very, very close seeing that from over here. But nevertheless, what a great performance from you here at Phoenix. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
Shout out to Gino and the rest of the BSB road team. My wife and daughter, Will, Seawalker 14.
Alrighty. Nonetheless, great P2 finish for you, Harold. Coming
Thank you,
off
man.
from a
Appreciate
race
it.
win at Coda. Good luck going to Las Vegas next week.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, let's see who's up next over here. As I'm looking on the positions, let's bring up Noah Lane over here, your P4 finisher here at Phoenix. Noah, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you, buddy.
Noah, making your debut here in the Shake and Bake Cup Series. What an absolute race for you. First race of the season, already get yourself a P4, already get yourself a great points day. How do you feel about your performance?
Man, I feel absolutely incredible for this RBA team. They invited me out here to race. I know it's a little bit later on in the season, about 3 or 4 races in, but dude, this has been an absolutely incredible experience. I've gotten to make new friends, meet new people, and they gave me one bad, fast 33 Ghost car. And Mobile One and Mac Tools, man, they are awesome. I'm glad they came on board with us. One of my tool companies. But I started in P4. I had a couple run-ins there. I had a speeding penalty, I think about maybe 3/4 of the way through the race. Got my laps back and was at the back of the field on a new set of tires, and I kind of was just trying to save my stuff. And as soon as I got up to P6 with about 15 to go, I kind of just put the hammer down and tried to drive my way to the front.
And you tried your best absolutely throughout the entire race. Do you think you tried and did everything right, or were there instances where you wish you did something more, maybe something different to try and take more positions?
Well, there was a run in there on pit road where I think I had the 13 car. He lost it coming off of pit road and smoked my right front, so I had damage there for about a good 30-40 laps on that last long green flag run. So on that last caution, I came in and took my last fast repair and a new set of tires and full can of Sunoco race fuel and got my way up to the front. I wouldn't have been in that position had I not been speeding on pit road. I caught myself speeding. I was looking at 47 when I should have been running 45. But our RBA team, we did a heck of a time coming from behind. I know a couple of my teammates were 2 and 3 laps down, and we managed to come back, and all 4 of us finished in the top 10. I'd say that's a pretty good day for RBA racing.
Alrighty, thank you for your time up here. Is there any final shoutouts that you would like to do?
I just want to say thanks for the invitation to race in this league. You guys are a good group of guys, and a big shout out to everybody for having an extremely fun race.
Alrighty, thank you for your time up here, Noah. Your P4 finisher here at Phoenix. Wish you the best of luck going next week into Las Vegas.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's continue the ride here with RBA Racing. Let's bring up here Matthew Hill, your P5 finisher here at Phoenix. Let's bring him on. There you go, Matthew. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Matthew, you saw the front of the pack multiple times. They're constantly running in the number 2nd spot. Maybe not the best position that you would have wanted to be in after a good P2 run. You finished in P5. What are your thoughts after your performance?
Well, I mean, I'm satisfied with that run for a debut. It's definitely really good for a great showing for these RBA guys. It's just, I mean, I did lead a lap, so I'm really happy with myself there, and I know I was pushing it too much, just trying to fight for the lead. That's just something I know I'm gonna work on. Just really happy to have this Megan Maroney Cloud 9 Toyota Camry on the track. These RBA guys gave me a really fast piece. And race didn't start off the way we wanted it to. We were kind of hanging around in the back, but eventually we just got to the front, and it was staying up there. It was running pretty well. I would say I'm overall satisfied with this race.
And we saw you in the P2 spot multiple times, but on those runs, we saw your car constantly lifting up and going wide a couple of times. Was that a car issue, or was there perhaps some mistakes that you would have tried to avoid there?
Oh, I know it was a driver issue. It was on me. I just kept pushing it too much, running the inside too often, not preserving my tires, just pushing. I know that Phoenix is more of a track position type of racetrack, and I didn't take that into account when I was in the car.
All right, but nonetheless, a solid top 5 finish in your debut. What a performance here by you. Are there any final shoutouts that you would like to do?
Yeah, I want to thank my sponsors, Lane Boots, Megan Maroney, and want to thank Carter for giving me this piece. Want to thank my family. Want to thank God. Great race.
Well, great race indeed. Good job on your top 5 performance here at Phoenix, and good luck going to the next coming weeks.
Thank you.
All right, let's actually jump back up here, going into 3rd with your P3 finisher here at Phoenix. Let's bring up here Gino Zito in the number 77. Gino, can you hear us?
Yo.
Gino, by far, I believe the highest position that you have earned yourself in Season 3. How did you manage to go up there? You had, arguably, in my opinion, the 3rd fastest car on the field today. Talk me through that, walking down the field to earn yourself a podium spot.
It was mainly the caution. I got saved. I knew I pitted 5 laps before that, so I already had my tires. I was ready to go. So everybody pitted, and I just got up in the field. The final few laps, I was thinking Harold and Heath were going to take each other out the way they were racing a little bit, but they didn't. So we ended up getting P3, but that's all right. We'll take that.
And coming out of a road course, which obviously your expertise, now you find yourself slowly but surely improving more and more on the ovals, and especially on the super speedways we've seen. Is there any chance that we will see a oval win that's not a super speedway in Season 3 here?
I like my odds at Bristol. We know I'm good there. I won their Season 1, and then I was in that terrible Camry last season. So we'll see. I think Bristol will be my competitive track for the year.
Alrighty, without P3 finish for you here at Phoenix. What a performance by the 77 crew. Are there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
Shout out to BSB, of course, all the boys over there. Couldn't do without them. Shout out to my mama, and my father, and shout out to the whole league, man. It was a great race. Had fun.
Thank you very much for your time up here, Zito. P3 finisher here at Phoenix. Go enjoy that podium spot, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue going down the order here. Let's bring up, coming up next here, your P6 finisher at Phoenix. And that will be Adam Snyder in the 36 Chevy 4 bottom split Bandits. Let's bring him up here. Adam, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Adam, once again, another driver making his debut here at Phoenix with your brand new bottom split Bandits team. Talk me through your performance, making your way up the field. You were outside the top 10 for a while, and you find yourself back all the way inside the top 10 with a P6 finish. Talk me through that.
Yeah, I just new league, new team. You don't want to step on any toes, so I was hanging back for the first half of the race. Phoenix is a track you really got to watch your tire wear, so I was just biding my time there. Got a couple cautions, threw me back up front. Wasn't trying to fight with anybody, but I'm happy with a top 10.
And as your first race here, bottom split Bandits teammates Harold Wilson, teammates Gino Zito. What do you expect looking forward to with this brand new team? We still have a long way to go in this season. What do you expect with your brand new team?
They seem like a real good group of guys, and I thank them for accepting me in. And I think we got a pretty strong team, and can't wait to get the rest of the season going.
All righty, thank you for your time up here. Is there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
Yeah, shout out to Center Garage, my sponsor there, and shout out to you in the commentator booth. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That being said, P6 finish here at Phoenix. Not a bad start for a debut. Thank you very much for your time up here. Wish you the best at Las Vegas next week.
Thank you.
Let's go down the order here. P7 here at Phoenix, and that will be Dominic Luba. Made a great comeback as well. Was outside the top 10 for a while, and he'll finish in P7 in his debut. Dominic, can you hear us?
What up?
Dominic, of course, the last and final driver that made his debut here tonight at Phoenix. Once again, another driver that was outside of the top 10, and you managed to pull through on the final stints of this race to earn yourself a solid P7 performance. Maybe not the best, but it's still a great points there for you. How do you feel?
I felt great. Just kept the car together as much as I could and got 7th after starting 13th. Felt really good. Got a real great group of guys over there at RBA Racing. Glad that they're able to bring me along and let me drive the number 18 Sabrina Carpenter Lollapalooza Camry and managed to bring home P7.
And what a great team it has been so far. RBA with the first team fourth season in the league, I should say, of Carter Brockmeyer owner. What do you expect from this team moving forward as we continue the season?
It's only up from here.
Great and bold answer. I like it. Dominic Luba, P7 finish here. Is there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
I'd like to shout out to my team. Thanks for bringing me along. My sponsors, Lollapalooza, Sabrina, and Toyota for letting me have one of their cars on this team. And then I also like to thank Ace Hardware for helping us build this car. And I got to thank my mom, whole family, and then the man upstairs.
Thank you very much for your time up here, Dominic Luba. Wish you the best going through the next couple of races.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's run us down the last two drivers here so far. Carter Brockmeyer rounding off the top 10 here at Phoenix. Carter, can you hear us?
Yep.
There you go. Can you hear us?
There we go. Yep.
There you go. Brockmeyer, you had a solid start to this race, but as the closing stages started to appear and in the middle stages, it looked like you had some issues constantly, and unfortunately, from a P5 all the way to P10, talk me through that performance. Is there anything that you wish you could have done better?
Well, that first one when Davin got into me really kind of turned the way the race was going for me. I was running, second? or at that time I was fourth, right? Because I was coming up through the field
I
again.
believe so. Yes.
And he thought I was gonna cut the dog leg, and I was just gonna stay up on the regular racing track, and just miscommunication, I guess, between us two, and I will take part in trying to do better next time. And then the next time iRacing with their bugs and got it no clip. And then I had to do my second fast repair because I couldn't turn the car far left, and I had a meatball, so I was out of fast repairs, and then I was hard racing, just had to slam on the brakes. I misjudged someone in front of me, and then from there on I couldn't fix the damage and made it worse throughout the race. But at least as a owner, I couldn't be more proud of a team. All their debut, all did great. Honestly, two of them I don't think ever raced a track before, and they did better than I could have wished for. I mean, I could have asked for a better team right now.
A great day for the Toyotas at RBA Racing. Maybe not the best finish that you could have wanted. How do you rebuild yourself to try and redeem yourself at Vegas next week?
I'm not worried because on the long run, I was actually starting to match Christopher on pace, and then as soon as that first long run kind of got to the end, and then all those wrecks happened, I was like, okay, if I pit here, I'll have about 20 or so newer tires. And at that point, I know I really couldn't control my fate at that point, but no problem. I am prepared. This won't bother me at all. Still third in points or fourth, I believe. But I honestly believe this won't affect me, and I'll just move on to next week and kind of try to prevent those.
Alrighty, Brockmeyer rounds off the top 10 here at the Desert State. Is there any shoutouts that you would like to do?
Like shout out God, my family, my brother, my mom and dad, my best friend, really this entire league. It was a great race for really great race for this team and for this league. I know it was full of cautions, but let's be honest, what Phoenix race isn't.
It was expected to happen sooner or later, especially in short track racing. That being said, thank you for having you up here. Wish you nothing but the best going to Vegas.
Yep, thank you.
All right, let's round off the post-race interviews with Christopher Barries, the fastest car on the field, and unfortunately, he will have to saddle with a DNF. Christopher, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Barries, what a heartbreak here at Phoenix. You had the fastest car on the field, undoubtedly, led about 70-plus laps, and it all comes to an end in P13 with a DNF. Talk me through those last couple laps.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I'd like to shout out Ford and Jet Lucky Motorsports. I mean, they gave me a blistering Dark Horse Mustang today. And then I also want to congratulate my teammate Heath Williams for screwing my fuck up. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, we were fast all day. I mean, during qualifying and then, that first portion of the race. Unfortunately, what I think happened there is one of my pit crew has autism, so I don't think they swapped my tires out properly. So we just were not, tires weren't working with us, so it just fell apart. Then I guess we blew a tire, got the meatball flag, and then I just exited out of the car, hopped on a PJ, and now I'm in a hot tub. So
fair enough. But nonetheless, you had a very, very fast Ford Mustang here tonight. Are you expecting that to carry over onto Vegas to have a better result over there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jet Lucky Motorsports is the best team in this league, and we have the strongest driver lineup. I mean, Heath Williams, he's just, again, so talented, winning, 2 out of the last 3 races. I unfortunately bottled that race win there, but again, it's only going to go up from here. It's just going to be a Jet Lucky domination, so yeah.
Great day from Jet Lucky Motorsports here at Phoenix. Could have been a Jet Lucky 1 and 2, but that is still a win for the team. Is there any shout-outs that you would like to do?
Yeah, I want to shout out obviously Ford, Target. I also want to shout out Palantir, Dick Cheney, and APAC. I also want to shout out the IRGC. That's about it for me.
Alrighty, well, thank you for your time up here. Go celebrate that win for the team.
Thank you. We will. Bye-bye.
And that will do it. What an eventful night it was here at Phoenix. Cautions all over the place. Racing all over the place. There was bumping, there was rubbing, there was a little bit of everything. But at the end of the storm, it will be the number one who continues to be number one. Second win of the season for Heath Williams. What a race this was. Harold Wilson hangs on to the championship lead by 10 points. And it will all go down next week, Monday night, for round number 4 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be an interesting one to see here. Davin Thornhill, your Season 2 champ, won it here last season. We'll see what Vegas has in store for us next week. With that being said, that will be all tonight here from Phoenix Raceway. What an amazing race this was. And we look to see how the other races will perform. It's going to be very hard to outperform this one, I will say that. But with that being said, that's it for Desert Lance 250 here from Phoenix. Again, tune in next week, Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the All-In 200 at Las Vegas. That's going to be round number 4. Round number 5 is going to be at Homestead. That being said, that is all for today. My name is Dwayne Crespo, also known as Vibes on YouTube. It's been a pleasure commentating this race for you guys. And with that being said, thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe to keep on with the action of Season 3. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night.